Hello folks, welcome back to Cooking for Bachelors. Hope you had a great week, and now our weekend is here and we all wish we had some beautiful food to touch our soul. And what better than beef? So today I'll be teaching you how to make the beautiful chili beef. I have a sort of a simple way to do it. You might need a little more ingredients than the previous video, so please stay attention and I will make every possible step very easy for you to understand. So let's get started. Here we have beef. It's very finely chopped. You can ask your butcher to finely chop it. And here we have our vegetables. We have tomatoes, we have onions, we have garlic, we have chili. It's very important, and ginger and some leaves, and the spices. This is chili powder, this is salt, this is pepper, this is turmeric powder, and this is coriander powder. Now these are the very essentials you will be needing to make this very dish. You have to cut 1.5 onions. My beef was only a quarter of finely chopped beef, so you'll need just 1.5 onions. And for the onions, make sure you make them into very small pieces. It doesn't really need to be very shapeful or whatever the chefs call it. Just make sure it's very small and you peel it. I'll show you guys. Like this, into very small pieces. Just cut them however you like, but make sure it's very small. Oops. Okay. Oh, and guys, you will cry, so just beware of it. So guys, there we have finely chopped onions. Now just take 2 tomatoes. Don't take more than that, it will sort of ruin the dish. And the same thing, cut it into very small pieces. Make sure they are sort of like dice like figures, and they have to be very small. Oh, and don't worry, these are all anyway going to pop up. Finely chopped onions and finely chopped tomatoes, and now we are going to chop up some green chilies. Green chilies, you can use 3 or 2, depends on how spicy you want them. Cut them into half like these, and make sure you take the head and the tail off. You don't want them. I like it to be very spicy, so I use 3 chilies. You can use 2, and if you like it very extra spicy, you can use 4. Just depends on how you want them. Moving on to our ginger. Oh, and ginger, only this much amount is enough. Take the skin off. There we go. You can leave these off, and you can take them and again make them into small pieces. If it's very hard for you to cut like these, just leave it. Just leave it like these. It's totally fine. Now take your garlic, again the head and the tail. Remove the skin. And again finely chop them. You can use 3 cloves. 3 cloves is much more enough. That's all you need. There's another way to chop garlic. You can just smash them and it comes off like this, and just take the skin off. It comes off in a much easier way. So guys, we've come to the next part. We've chopped our vegetables and now we've come here, and now I've arranged all my things here, and now we have a pan here. I have my traditional stove here. I know you guys would have only the induction stove. The induction stove, you can keep the pan heat around 140 degrees to 160 degrees, somewhere in between your induction meter. That's more than enough. Pan is all hot. Let's get started. And now time to add the oil. And the oil, I will be very specific. You have to add only 6 teaspoons of oil. So guys, the oil is all heated up. Now you have to put this in an order. So first your onions, then your garlic and ginger. Now you just wait and you just stir them up. Make sure they become all brown. Give it a nice stir. Our onions are all brown. Now the next step is add your green chilies, and again stir fry them for about like 2 minutes. Mix them all together. So after 2 minutes, add your tomatoes. Again mix them all together. And cook your tomatoes until they become sort of a mushy texture, sort of a. So folks, this is how your tomatoes will be all mushy and stuff, and all your veggies are cooked. And now it's time to add our beef. Add every drop of them, spread them. So now add exactly 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, just spread them out. And now this is important, the chili powder. I'm adding 2 teaspoons of chili powder. You can add more if you want it to be a lot spicier. Half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, and 2 more teaspoons of coriander powder. And now we mix them all up. Make sure you get all the masalas and everything perfectly in. If you have a bigger pan, it will be much easier for you to do. I have a very small pan, so it's a little frustrating for me to do it. How it's all going to look after you give your beef a nice stir of all the masalas and everything. Now the next part is you have to close your pan, close it with anything, and leave it for like 5 minutes. So guys, I've taken the lid off, and this is how it's going to be after 5 minutes. Even after 5 minutes, you should not stop there. You should stir fry for at least 2 more minutes. The reason we close the lid for like 5 minutes is that it tenderizes the beef, makes it a lot softer and juicier. Now during this, you can add your leaves. your coriander leaves. Gives a nice flavor as well as a nice color to our dish. We've come to the final stage, and now we turn off our heat. And so guys, we've come to the final stage, and now I'm taking my beef and mounting it on my plate. Look at all that spice and that juicy meat. So there you have it, folks, the very easy and very juicy chili beef. I hope it was very easy for you guys to understand, and I know bachelors, it might be a little tricky, but don't worry, you will always get the hang of it. And it's very easy to make, and it's very juicy. Your friends will love it. Make sure you share it with everyone. And I hope this video helped you guys, and thank you so much for my previous videos, comments and everything. I felt so much love and so much support from you guys. I thank you so much. Please continue to follow me. I'll give more recipes, and if you have any other food suggestions, please let me know. You can follow me on my Instagram as well as my YouTube page. My name is Berry Ann Wells, and please support me, and I hope you have a great weekend. Till next time, bye.